Okay, so I did, during the commercial break, get approval from one of my clients. The date is August 1st, 2015 to amend your service. You can opt out. I have Darylle Willenbrock on hold, but let me just get this point out. And any of you that you want to call in, I can explain it, 757-1320. There is a $100 a month charge from Paychex. They're not a sponsor of mine, and I shouldn't really be plugging a company that doesn't sponsor the program, but they're the ones I spoke to. Paychex, Paychex. They have a amend your service agreement. It's a $100 a month charge and a $1 per employee charge. On August 1st, 2015, this bill goes into effect with the Affordable Care Act, and that is regarding the applicable large employer tax. It's an ALE. All you do is you give your employee a 1095-C, not an A, because the A was for individuals on the exchange, but you give them a 1095-C, and it shows the contribution limits that you paid towards their minimal essential coverage or their qualified health plan. All right? So if I don't hear the phone ring on that, I will not discuss that anymore. But as of July 1st, these things are being taken into account, and by August 1st, that goes up and running. You can opt out, but I'm not really sure if your HR department is totally equipped to issue all the 1095-Cs and file all the paperwork that is needed. All right, so with no further ado, we have my friend and colleague, Darylle Willenbrock from the Western Connecticut Agency on Aging. Great to hear your voice.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
First of all, thank you for your time. I know how busy you are, but I think we need to let the listeners know that we are aware of change. Change is good. Sometimes it's not good, but I took a proactive approach, and I called my friend Jennifer at the mayor's office. She checked with Joe Gary, who we all know is one of the best people Waterbury has ever created. What an individual. Worked for both administrations and did such a great job that Mayor Jarjura passed him off to Mayor O'Leary, who clearly saw the phenomenal work running the city he did, and Joe Gary did give me approval to talk about this. So go ahead, Darylle, and let our listeners know that there is some change in the Waterbury community.
We know that the Senior Center of Waterbury is a well-visited resource, and many people go there to get information on all of our programs. And Heather Burns, who was there formerly, has left the agency, and Lexi has also left the city of Waterbury. But both have been replaced by wonderful people. Heather was replaced by a young girl, Magali Bravo. Actually, if you can't remember her name, she goes by Janet. And she has taken Heather's place to do the resource and the Medicare and Medicaid and all the wraparound programs. She is at the center, the same as Heather was, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. And you can reach her here at our agency on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she will meet with you wherever it is convenient, whether it is in your home or here at the agency or down at the center. And Danessa, who was the program coordinator down at the Senior Center, is now running the Senior Center, and she's a phenomenal person who is very well-versed in activities and handling situations at the center, and she has taken Lexi's place. So the center is running very efficiently, it's in good shape, and we have superb people down there now taking over.
Yes, okay, so Darylle and I spoke about this before in rehearsal, and I wanted you listeners to know that it did happen. If you didn't read the Republican American today, there was a little blurb that her official name is Alexis Santoro. She was Alexis Rotella, and then she had a change in marriage, and she went back to her maiden name of Alexis Santoro. She has decided to pursue other interests. We wish her nothing but the best. Thank you so much for everything you did for the city of Waterbury, and from the bottom of my heart, for Lisa Lewis, who was placed at your senior center teaching art on Thursdays. I know you had quite a lot to do with that, Alexis, to facilitate that. And Lisa loves showing her artwork and teaching her phenomenal talent to the seniors at that art class on Thursday. So again, Alexis, thank you for your time. As you can hear, Daryl's calling you Lexi, which you did call yourself. So now, the new person is Vanessa. She was with us, obviously, before, knows the whole routine, will handle it seamlessly. And Magali Bravo goes by Janet. She is now our new Agency on Aging liaison on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you can't get yourself to 54 Progress Lane, and you can always go to the Senior Center on those 3 days, and she will assist you. And my clients ask, well, what can I get assistance with? If you qualify for the Medicare Savings Program, you get the $104.90 back, which is your Part B premium. It's very tough for you, the senior, to navigate that completely on your own, to go down to the Department of Social Services, to wait in line quite a bit, a long time. Even filling out the form is not as easy as people think. So it's nice to have a trusted advisor, I would call her. Magali would be an advisor. She would advise you the proper steps on what to do. It's also a comfort level knowing you can just go to your senior center, see your friends, and also get educated on what rights you have and what benefits are out there for you. So Daryl has at least 10 minutes. Tell us some options that people are utilizing now and services they didn't know they could get.
Well, I just wanted to let them know, too, if there was a problem or for some reason you couldn't get a hold of someone, just remember you can always call here, 203-757-5449, ask for someone in the Choices unit, and you will get assistance with all of the programs, whether it be the Medicare Savings Plan or food stamps or inquiries about Medicare, problems with Social Security. We're seeing some problems with some of the hospitals that don't seem to be agreeing to resubmit bills now.
Correct.
Back to Medicare. So that's becoming an issue that we are trying to address because our thing is we want to make life easier for you. Right. We don't want people having to jump through hoops, and we don't want people being irritated by other programs. We want to be able to help you through walk you through the program so you can get whatever information you need. And we're here to do that all the time. We also have the Alzheimer's Respite Program. We have Meals on Wheels. And we certainly have the home care program for the city of Waterbury.
I get a call at least once a week on this, and I should study it more, but I just say no, it's about $80. What do you feel? I don't know the answer because Medicare never emails me back, and you have more contacts than I do. What do you feel the reason that the shingles shot is not covered for free? I get that all the time.
I don't know.
Makes two of us.
I think possibly it's because it's optional.
Right, it's not
And
mandatory.
I think when it becomes mandatory, Medicare seems to cover things. And you never know. With the new Affordable Care Act, as things become more and more acceptable, that shot may be covered down the road, and my gut tells me it probably will be.
Right. I'm hoping so as well, because $88 isn't that expensive.
It's a lot of money.
Not that affordable. I mean, it's almost $100 with the gas
right.
driving back and forth to the store, doctor, or pharmacy.
And if you're living on a fixed income,
right.
that's tough to make that payment. I totally get it. But I think when we see the amount of things that Medicare is now covering in preventative terms, I'm guessing that will probably come to the list at some point in the future.
And also, you and I get this question maybe 10 times a day, and that would be, my prescription's costing me this much money. I can't afford it. I found one very, very strong idea, and it was from a good friend of mine. He uses a Stop and Shop Saver card. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
Okay. So for those of you out there, you may have the QMB, you may have the SLMB, or just plain ordinary regular Medicare. But if you do not qualify for the Medicare Savings Program and you don't have $2.65 or $6.50 prescriptions at the pharmacy and you're paying through the nose, sometimes you fall into what they call the donut hole. The donut hole makes people very angry the second they go from paying a regular copay to all of a sudden an astronomical price. Stop and Shop has a program that is a saver card. The saver card is perfectly legal. It's, if you're a computer person, it's stopandshop.com/pharmacy. The phone number, which I'll plug with you, Darylle, because you help so many people, at least this is another option for them. It's 1-800-767-7772. Again, 1-800-767-7772. And that Stop and Shop Saver Card reduces the cost of your prescription drastically. Secondly, there is a way which you can go online, and I'm sure Darylle explains this to her clients as well. You can go online and apply for assistance directly with the pharmaceutical companies to get a discount card. You're aware of that, of course, Darylle, right?
Right.
Yes, you can get yourself a copay card where you will pay copays for such as $25 for a pretty expensive drug that I don't want to pick on any group or demographic, but it unfortunately happens a lot with my diabetics. The diabetics are going with the metformin, the Actos, Lantus, Glyburide, all those scripts all of a sudden jump through the roof when they hit the donut hole. So there's a way you can apply for assistance directly through the actual manufacturer of the drug. That's another way. And then, Darylle, what other tips do you have?
Well, you can go on the Medicare.gov site and you will see Pharmaceutical Assistance Program.
There you
and
go.
This is, some companies offer assistance for drugs they manufacture. They'll even give it to you some for free depending on your income.
Right.
But you just click the first letter of the drug name on the alphabet and it comes up and it tells you who the manufacturer is and where you have to call and how to apply for this program. And that's a great help, especially if the drug you're using is really catastrophic. And we know some of the drugs used to treat cancer, some of the heart drugs, we're talking astronomical amounts.
$700 a week this woman's paying.
And, I mean, those people need to get some kind of serious help. And this program is amazing. And generally, if your income is low enough, they will help you with assistance.
All right, now, another question, which you're the genius, I am not, that's why you're on the air. What about my Alzheimer's patients? Where can they get any help?
Through us?
Yes.
Yes, we have the Alzheimer's Respite Program.
Okay, nice and slow, because I myself am going to learn here. I have a client who's flying from San Diego, California, all the way to Naugatuck to take care of his mother once a month. And he said,
wow,
there's just no help. I'm thinking, and there are
no, there are services available.
Let's get the education out there for the public to hear.
Yeah, we have a program here called the Alzheimer's Respite Program, and again, it's based on income, but generally you can qualify, but certainly there are so many home health care agencies where you can get help in assisting with Alzheimer's. I kind of find it really difficult to believe that this gentleman can't get any help, but if you should talk to him again.
Oh, I'm going to talk to him right after the airwaves.
Tell him to call our office, and I'm sure we can help him. She lives in Naugatuck?
She does.
Okay.
And I can't even discuss the situation because it'll go right to HIPAA, and everyone in the area will know exactly who I'm talking about, so I just can't even go there.
No, I totally agree, but I'm just saying, we have not only the Alzheimer's Respite, but we have the Caregiver Support Program, which helps those who care for people that have Alzheimer's, because they need relief as well as anybody else.
And that's referred to as the Caregiver Support
Program?
Right,
and then there's also programs that come in where people have they're seniors also that will come in and sit with people and watch them for the afternoon for you. And that goes through New Opportunities. So there's several programs that can fill in a lot of the gaps through the day.
Brilliant.
That will help
these people. This is why we're on the airwaves. Not 5 out of 10, not even 4.5 out of 10 know this stuff. They get this information from us on this show, Medicare and You. I told you I had to do a little Healthcare and You at the beginning of the show, but my seniors, this is important to you. These are things you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And you're scared.
There is adult daycares, there's disability services, there's financial help should you need it. People come into your house and help you with your bills. There's in-home services. We have legal services.
Right.
There's tons of services, and certainly nutritional services. We can get people on Meals on Wheels, so they get 2 meals a day.
Sure. I myself am proud to say I've delivered Meals on Wheels.
So, I mean, you know what a good program that is.
Phenomenal. And it's good food. It's not junk. It's not scrap leftover. It's a well-prepared meal, safe and sound, saran-wrapped, and delivered to the house. So. And
should you have health issues such as diabetes or heart, the program addresses that also.
Right, with any food needs.
And added to our agency, I don't know if you knew this, we have what's called the Assistive Technology Center now.
No, let's hear about that.
Where you can come in here and look at different things that might be helpful in your house. For instance, if you needed a magnifying glass because you can't see, or exterior lighting, or some type of a watch that rings and tells you the time because you can't see, things for people that are hearing impaired. We have quite a few things in the office now that you can come see, and they'll be demonstrated to you.
Okay.
So that's one of the newest things we have here.
And what about ride share assistance? I get that a lot, too.
Well, transportation is still a big problem in the city. I mean, you have, I'm trying to think what the name of the program is.
It's the curtain van. It was the curtain van.
Well, that was one, but there's another one that's also.
Yeah, we need help with that, too. Because I find that there's so many programs available to them, but they can't get there.
Right. And I know that's a major problem.
And I said it once.
We have a transportation guide here we have a transportation guide that we send out to people, and it actually lists every one of our 41 towns, and the transportation's available in those towns.
All right, hold on. Your topic's super hot. The phone lines are lighting up. Can we merge that caller with you?
Sure.
Okay, on the line one, we'll merge both of you together, and hopefully you'll have some information or a question. It's my buddy.
The other company is Ambassador.
Oh, you're the best.
And they drive me everywhere I go, and I'll tell you what, it's because of the Western Connecticut Area Agency on Aging. I love them, and they just called me yesterday, Kate Williams from there, to check, see how I'm doing, and the other organization calls me once a month, see how I'm doing, if I need any assistance. But I just want to say, Michael and the lady, the other company is Ambassador, and they are so precious.
Thank you.
Western Connecticut Area Agency on Aging, even where I go on my doctor's visits, and I'm going to mention the name, Staywell.
Okay,
they are the best, and I'm going to sign off like this because I love you. A great big hug from God and me, and thank you, Michael.
Good listener there, Payne the Andy. Consider your friend. Thanks for calling in. Darylle,
thank you so much.
I love it. All right, so obviously a plug for you. What a great service you do. I will have you on in a couple weeks. Thanks very much for your time, and I sincerely appreciate it.
Take care, Michael.
All right, Darylle Willenbrock with the Agency on Aging. If you need her, 203-757-5449. Producer Tom is telling me we got to take a break to plug some sponsors, which is the reason we get paid.